Today is the third episode, and I must thank you for creating time to watch the videos and to send your comments. I pray that Almighty Allah will be with you. You may be upset about life. May Almighty Allah grant you succor. You may be weak. May Allah grant you strength. You may be lonely. I want you to know that your Lord is closer to you than your jugular vein. Are you worried about the sins you have committed? He has gladly informed us that the door of repentance is open and that he will forgive all sins. So long as we can be truthful to our repentance. Are you anxious about anything? Are you unhappy? Are you depressed? Today we're going to look at something that will really brighten our hope, and that is the concept of understanding what it means to be in an examination hall. During the first episode, I mentioned that your entire life is full of examinations. And the moment you understand that you are being examined, then things will be put into perspective. Everybody is being examined. And in an examination hall, you are not expected to cheat. You are not expected to commit examination malpractices. Many of us will be wondering that, what is he talking about? Am I still writing exams? After finishing my West African Examination Council exams, after finishing my Joint Admission Matriculation Board exams, which examination are we talking about? Well, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that we are constantly being examined. In Quran 67 verse 2, it says, I have created life and death to examine, to try you, to test who among you will be best in conduct. So whatever you have been given is meant to examine you. That is why it says that وَابْتَغِي فِيمَا أَتَاكَ اللَّهُ دَارَ الْآخِرَةِ. Use whatever I have given you to seek the home of the hereafter. And in very clear terms, he also repeats this in Quran chapter 2 verse 214, where he says, do you think you will just move into my paradise without having come to you what came to the people before you? They were tested with tribulations, they were tested with severe trials, till the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and those who were with him started exclaiming, when is the succor of Allah coming? When is the help of Allah coming? Allah, the help of Allah is near. I am very sure we understand that he repeats this in Quran chapter 3 verse 142, Surah Imran, where he says that, do you think you will enter my paradise without Allah having taken cognizance of those of you who strive hard and those of you who are patient even in adversity? And in Quran 29 verse 2, to understand that we are being examined, it says that ahasiba nas and yutraku. Do men think that they will be left alone without being tested just because they have said we believe in God? He said, we indeed tried, put into trial those who came before you, and were able to know those who were truthful and those who were not truthful to their testimony of believing in God. So he's explained to us that we are going to be examined, and many of us don't understand what trial means. We think that when we lack, or when we suffer from loss, when we lose something, that is when we are being tried. No, Allah clarifies this in Quran 29 verse 35, where he says that I will test you with, if it begins the verse with, every soul shall taste of death. Then it says, we will test you of something of hunger. We will test you with what you consider to be good and what you consider to be evil. Both of them are trials. So that is to tell you that when you have, you are being examined, and when you don't have, you are also being examined. The concept of examination malpractice occurs when you have two students in the same examination hall, and instead of a particular student concentrating on the questions that he has been asked and providing answers to the questions, he is busy peeping through the answer scripts of the other students. That is examination malpractice. And when you copy others, you have been unjust to yourself, because what the examination bodies do these days is that they will set unique questions. The question of candidate A will be different from the questions of candidate B. So the moment you attempt to copy what a candidate has done, you are answering a wrong question. Question 1 in your own examination paper is someone else's question 29. So this will drive home what I am trying to say, that we are being tested in different ways. You are a unique person. Nobody is really better than you. The questions that each person is answering is quite different from those of others. Allah will test you with wealth. Now, if He gives you wealth, He has informed you in Quran 65, verse 7, that if I give you more, you spend more before you can pass the examination. But those whom I have reduced their wealth, they should spend only from what I have given them, because I will never burden anyone above what I have given such a person. So I want you to ponder over this. If you have children, you have trials. If you don't have children, you are also being tried. What it means is that the document, the manual, the Quran has provided ways and means of succeeding in this examination. When you are given a thing, it guides you on the necessary step to take to succeed. And when you are deprived, it also informs you that with patience, you will also succeed. In Quran 2 verse 155, for instance, it says, I will test you, fear, jury, hunger. Hunger is from me. I will make you hungry. Loss of wealth, you will suffer loss of wealth is a trial from me. You will suffer loss of life. Your beloved people will die. Your children, your mother, your father, you will also be lost by some people. So, but what am I expecting you to do when something you love so much is taken away from you? Wabashiri Sabirin, it says, give glad tidings to those who are patient in adversity. In Alazina is asobatu musiba, those who, when they are afflicted by this trial, they say, we are from Allah and we shall go back to Allah. What I'm saying in essence is, stop looking at what Allah has given to some people, because what He has given them is a trial. In Quran 65, in Quran chapter 6, verse 165, Surah Al-An'am, He says, I have created you as vicegerents and have raised some of you above others to test them in what I have given them. On this note, I am praying to Allah. Those of you who are seeking the face of Allah, may Allah bless you. If you want wealth, may Allah grant you wealth. But when you get it, remember that you must not make the mistake that people made. That is why in Surah Al-Fajr, Quran chapter 89, verse 15, Allah says, فَعَمَلِ الْإِنسَانِ إِذَا مَبْتَلَاهُ رَبُّهُ فَأَكْرَمَهُ وَنَعَمَهُ فَيَقُولُ رَبِّي أَكْرَمَنِ. Look at the mistake man is making. When I granted him wealth, I make him honorable, and then he started saying, my Lord has blessed me. No, you are being tried. I am testing you. And look at the other side in verse 16. وَأَمَّا إِذَا مَبْتَلَاهُ فَقَدَرَ عَلَيْهِ رِزْقَهُ. Look at man. Man is making a big mistake again. When I'm testing him and I reduce his wealth, فَيَقُولُ رَبِّي أَهَانَنِ. He says, my Lord has disgraced me. I have not disgraced you. I am only testing you. The examination that one person is facing is quite different from the examination of the other person. You must understand and believe that you are unique, you are a special person, and you are blessed because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen you. What He has denied you is He wants from you patience. What he has given you, He wants from you gratitude. And I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bless you. I love the comments that I've been receiving. I want you to give suggestions, to also use the medium of your comments to preach to people, to advise people, because so many people, are reading your comments. Advise people on how to live courageously, how to seek peace of Allah. This is what you mean by the examination malpractice. So anytime you see anyone who looks at what Allah has given anyone beyond what he has, you are committing examination of malpractice. Concentrate on what Allah has given you and know that the time you spend in this world is the time you are spending in the examination hall. The examination hall, you go with nothing, you come back with nothing. Your answer script will be taken from you. It is the same way you submit, to Allah when you eventually leave this world. May Allah bless you until when next we'll be moving forward on this topic. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to bless us in all our undertakings. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.